bronies are a plague, spreading their fandom to other fandoms, combining what they like with what other people like. They increase the size of their fandom like it's some kind of cancer, growing to the point where where no other fandom is safe from them. This is the reason why many people say that they dislike bronies. Not because they like a show for little girls, not because they go against the societal norms, but because they like to put their fandom in with stuff usually that the person who's speaking likes. Now, there's something flawed about this argument. There's something flawed about the way that they say you can not... What annoys me is that you combine your fandom with mine. Is that everything is combined with another thing. It's caused by someone who likes one thing and liking another thing, trying to get the best of both worlds, putting them together. This is something that humans do all the time, that no one even notices anymore. I mean, have you ever gone running? Okay, let's assume that you have. You've probably gone running at least once in your lifetime, or you've worked out or something of the like, depending on what you prefer. Now, do you listen to music while you run, walk, exercise? Because if you do, you're combining those two activities together, right? You're combining music with exercise. Now, if I was to come up to you and say, as a huge music fan, you shouldn't be working out, running while you're listening to music. Why are you doing that? You're ruining the purity that is music by having a physical activity that diverts your mind from it while you're doing it. You should be listening to music in its purest form, by yourself, sitting down, not doing anything else. I mean, does that seem like I would be a normal, healthy human being if I'm saying that? That's more of an extreme case, but it's something that everyone can kind of look at and say, I understand what you're saying now, so I can continue on with the video. Now that you see that what I'm saying is that cross-fandom things will happen in the same way that cross-anything will happen. People who like two different things will try to combine them in order to get the best of both worlds. I mean, it simply makes sense that someone will, look at a character in My Little Pony that at 1 second looks like is an Earth pony and then another second is a Pegasus, and see the time traveling like Doctor Who, especially when he has an hourglass as his cutie mark. Time traveling, that thing. I don't really watch Doctor Who, so I'm not the best one to give this example, but there's that. There's pony everything. And it's because the fandom is so outspoken in what it likes. It loves ponies, yes, but that's not our only interest. We like other things along with ponies. And who's to say that we can't try to combine them? Yes, I understand that some people who don't like ponies might get a little angry at the pictures or the stories that they read. But they're not angry because of the combination of the two. That is a fact. Well, okay, some people might be, but I'm next to guaranteeing that most people are angry about ponies but can't justify it, so they use that as justification. Now, honestly, I personally don't think that makes any sense. Like I said, we combine everything. If you don't... understanding this is quite hard, because I am trying to delve into someone's personal preferences. I'm trying to decipher why someone would look at a Pony X Minecraft Team Fortress 2 picture and see all the ponies lined up and say, that is fucking stupid, I hate it. Now I hate bronies forever. And that's another thing. Why hate all bronies? Why not just dislike the people who, made that picture, maybe? You don't like the art. It's like, if you don't like the Mona Lisa, you're not like, fuck art. You say, I don't know, maybe he was overrated. I can't even remember who did it. Was it Da Vinci? I think it was Da Vinci, yeah. Da Vinci was overrated. So, you're basically taking something and using it as an example to justify why you want to go along with the societal context of bronies should not be watching My Little Pony. You're using it as an excuse to justify what, I wouldn't say your hatred, but your abject dislike of a group. Because you need justification, right? You can't just hate stuff, because then you seem crazy. But in all honesty, it still doesn't make sense. Now, if someone were to come up to me and give me a valid reason why they dislike bronies, that one that I could look at and say, I can understand where you're coming from, I'd be perfectly fine with it. I understand. Some bronies go way too far. I've seen bronies post ponies out of absolutely nowhere, and I think that is wrong, and I think that is dumb of them to do. Like, if you're on a forum talking about something completely different and someone would just post a pony, I think that's wrong. I don't think they should do that because I understand the fact that not everyone likes My Little Pony. I'm a moderate. I like the show. I talk about the show. I don't force people to watch my videos. I have a friend who doesn't like bronies. He watches my videos by choice. I didn't even tell him about it. We asked me to tell him about it, but, you know. I understand. But the thing is, you need to give us the same respect. That you need to understand that every brony, or each brony that posts something that is random, that talks about ponies in a situation where ponies is not necessary, does not represent the entire fandom. They represent themselves. So if you want to get mad at anyone, get mad at them. And you need to understand, of course, there are trolls who will post it just to see people get riled up. So unfortunately, it's hard to tell which is which. And that's something that you're going to have to deal with yourself. But at the same, getting back, don't judge based on one person's opinion. And as a sort of, you know, kind of, I guess, on a similar note, don't hate the fandom because of crossovers. Because crossover, like I said, like I've been saying this entire video, crossovers are bound to happen. They happen in every single other fandom that I can think of. I've seen crossovers of a whole bunch of shit. And no one gets mad at that. I don't see any people from... I honestly cannot think of a crossover off the top of my head because I am super tired. Wow, that is really depressing. Like, if people from one fandom get mad at another fandom because their fandom was crossed over with theirs. I mean, if you don't like the art or the story or the music or whatever the hell it is, just dislike the person who did it. Don't use it as an excuse to hate an entire group of people. Because then you're just being, I don't know, you're just justifying your unjustifiable hate. It's interesting. Really. Now, as I've said before, I am a moderate. I do not talk about ponies outside my YouTube and outside of people who I know as bronies. And, I mean, I don't see where people are coming from when they say, you know, bronies have infected the entire World Wide Web, because if I from what I've seen, I've looked at, I don't go into many other websites besides YouTube, so I don't go to like forums and stuff and see ponies everywhere. But I think people are overreacting. Sure, there might be one or two pony things, but people are literally not trying to ponify the internet. They just like to combine their interests. And honestly, that's a right everyone has. I mean, you know, can you, going back, jogging and listening to music. If I were to come up to someone who's listening to music and jogging and saying, you can't listen to music while you jog because music should be enjoyed in its highest form, I hate everyone who jogs now. Okay, first of all, I'd be insane, but second of all, I'm blaming other people who have nothing to do with this person. So, I hope you guys understood my message. I hope you understood what I tried to get past you. I hope you can use what you heard here to, not to argue, but to justify your sense of, hey, being a brony is okay. What they're saying is kind of a load of bullshit. So, thank you guys for listening. Have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you later.